Watch how kidneys actually work. Part 1. The body's silent superheroes. Welcome to the hidden world of your internal filtration plant. While the heart gets the poetry and the brain gets the glory, your kidneys are the silent chemists working 24/7 to keep you alive. Most people think their kidneys are in their lower back, but they actually sit higher up tucked under your lower ribs, one on each side of your spine. Each kidney is about the size of a large computer mouse or a clenched fist. Despite their small size, they receive a massive 20% of the blood pumped by your heart every single minute. Why? Because your blood is constantly picking up trash from the food you eat and the energy your muscles burn. Without the kidneys, your blood would become toxic within days. The structure is fascinating. Encased in a tough, fibrous layer called the renal capsule, the kidney is divided into the outer cortex and the inner medulla. Think of the cortex as the front office where the work starts, and the medulla as the deep factory floor where the final product urine is refined. In this part, we explore the primary vessels, the renal artery, which brings dirty blood in, and the renal vein, which carries the purified blood back to the heart. 'Tis a masterpiece of biological engineering that ensures your internal environment remains constant, a state known as homeostasis. Part 2. The nephron, the microscopic magic. If you zoomed into a kidney with a high-powered microscope, you wouldn't see a solid mass. Instead, you would see a million tiny, twisting tunnels called nephrons. This is the functional unit of the kidney. Each nephron consists of two main parts, the glomerulus and the tubule. The glomerulus is like a high-pressure sieve. Blood enters this cluster of capillaries with such force that fluid and small molecules are pushed through the vessel walls into a collection sac. This filtrate contains water, urea, salts, and glucose. But here is the genius of the kidney. It doesn't just throw everything away. As the filtrate travels down the long winding tubule, the kidney performs selective reabsorption. And your body realizes, wait, I actually need that glucose for energy. Or I need that extra water because it's a hot day. The tubule walls are lined with specialized cells that pump the good stuff back into the bloodstream, while leaving the waste behind. By the time the fluid reaches the end of the tubule, it has been transformed from a massive amount of raw filtrate into a small amount of concentrated urine. This process is so efficient that, out of the 180 liters of fluid filtered every day, only about 1 to 2 liters actually leave the body as urine. Part 3. The chemical control center. Most people assume kidneys only make urine. In reality, your kidneys are one of the most important endocrine, hormone-producing organs in your body. They are essentially the thermostat for your blood pressure. When your kidneys sense that your blood pressure is dropping too low, they secrete an enzyme called renal. This starts a complex chemical chain reaction, the renin-angiotensin-aldosterone system that tells your blood vessels to constrict and your body to retain salt. This raises your blood pressure back to a safe level. Without this mechanism, you wouldn't be able to stand up without fainting. But the kidneys don't stop there. They also monitor the oxygen levels in your blood. If oxygen is low, perhaps because you moved to a high-altitude city or you're exercising hard, the kidneys release erythropoietin, EPO. This hormone travels to your bone marrow and tells it, hey, we need more red blood cells to carry oxygen. Furthermore, the kidneys are responsible for turning inactive vitamin D from your food, or the sun, into calcium, the active form that allows your bones to absorb calcium. Without your kidneys, your bones would become brittle, and you would become chronically anemic. Part 4. The Great Balancer, Electrolytes and pH. Your life depends on a very specific balance of chemicals in your blood. If your potassium levels go too high, your heart could stop beating instantly. If your sodium levels drop too low, your brain cells could swell. The kidneys are the master regulators of these electrolytes. Every second, your kidneys are measuring the concentration of sodium, potassium, phosphorus, and magnesium. If you eat a very salty meal, your kidneys detect the spike in sodium and work overtime to flush the excess into your urine. This is why you feel thirsty after salty food. Your body needs water to help the kidneys wash that salt away. Beyond minerals, the kidneys manage your blood's pH level. Your blood must stay slightly alkaline around 7.4. Your cells constantly produce acids as they work. The kidneys act as a buffer, excreting hydrogen ions and reabsorbing bicarbonate to ensure your blood doesn't become too acidic. It is a balancing act more precise than any laboratory equipment ever designed by man. This section explains how homeostasis is not a static state, but a dynamic, constant adjustment performed by your renal system. Part 5. Threats and protection maintenance. Now that we know how hard the kidneys work, we have to talk about how to protect them. The silent killer of kidneys is high blood pressure and diabetes. High blood sugar acts like shards of glass in the delicate filters of the glomerulus, scarring them over time. Once a nephron is scarred, it's gone forever. We also address the common kidney stone. These are hard deposits of minerals and acid salts that stick together in concentrated urine. They are incredibly painful but often preventable. The simplest way to help your kidneys is also the cheapest: hydration. Water dilutes the toxins and makes the filtration process easier. We conclude by debunking the myth of kidney detox teas. Your kidneys are the detox. You don't need a special juice to clean them. You just need to provide them with enough water and avoid excessive salt and processed sugars. By maintaining a healthy weight and getting regular checkups, you ensure that these two bean-shaped heroes can keep your internal world clean for 8 or 9 decades. Your kidneys watch over you every second. Isn't it time you watched over them? The human body is amazing, isn't it? If you learned something new today about your silent superheroes, hit that like button. It helps us keep the lights on and the science coming. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell so you never miss a deep dive. What organ should we cover next? Let us know in the comments below. Thanks for watching.